So they stayed with her. And there were always women staying in this house. One of them used to be my nanny when I was a child. Women who at times didn't have anywhere to go would end up in grandmother's house. It was a house full of women, and they all know me at various stages, especially my nanny who knew me most. And they're all walking on me in admiration. A man has come to the house. And I'm walking really proudly, and my grandmother's coming to meet me. And all the women want to come and embrace me, but they're giving my grandmother the honor. And she takes the 2 steps onto the pavement, and she's walking towards me with her arms stretched. And I go ding ding, and I go ding ding, and and I hold her, and I'm taller than her, and I kiss on top of her head so she knows I'm tall and big and strong. And she smiles into my, I can feel her smile on my chest. And I hold her hands, and we roll back to the other women. And they all rush for the honor of being next to me. And everybody's telling me what they've cooked for me. I have cooked fufu for Nanaya. He likes his fufu with palm of soup. That's what you think. Me, I did your love for him. He doesn't like your cheap fufu. Me, I made Bango no pro soup. It was a competition what the hour would eat. And they start telling me about the stories of the soldiers and how they've been. And being a little boy, whatever they told me, I wanted to tell them I'd seen more and I heard worse. So they said, oh, somebody was shot down. Oh, that's nothing. So 3 people were shot down that road. So it's always become a contest. So I realized my competition is bringing a fear in the faces of some of the women because they have met this action firsthand. And I try to recede. They say, and I come in. And then suddenly, there's a great big noise. My grandmother's great big metal gates kicked open. And standing within the gates was the silhouettes of 5 soldiers. 5 powerful looking men, carrying more guns than any one person needs. And they stepped forward, and they carefully locked the gates behind them. And they started advancing towards us. And as they advanced, without us physically moving, we were trying to recede. So the 5 of them are standing in front of us like that. What goes on in this house? And I was thinking, are these men stupid? There's a great big sign outside the front of the door saying, "Until your gas this maternity home." Hey! I say, what goes on in this house? And I'm thinking, somebody has actually given these men machinery that can kill. And they can't even read. Is there a man in the house? So I'm about to step forward, and my grandmother pinches me and holds me back. It's only us women and a little boy. We are here on behalf of the revolution. Soldiers, introduce yourself. I am double killer, ninja assassin, Obunzam Tawa. Other stupidly ridiculous name. Killer number 1. And the moment the words killer number 1 fell out of his mouth, you could feel people shrinking back. He had a reputation. He was a nasty piece of work, beyond anything you could imagine. And I watched and saw those people grow on my grandmother's skin. My grandmother said, "And so what brings you to this peaceful place?" "We are looking for hoarders and smugglers and dissidents." My grandmother has had so many people born in her place. If you went into her midwifery, in her office behind her, I feel like hundreds and hundreds of photos. Every child who is born, when they're about a month old, the parents take them possibly to the same photographer who has the same technique. I think he never uses his camera. And he's worked out that a certain kind of look is what children are supposed to have. So every child looks the same to me. My grandmother looked at them, "Oh, this is whatever, this is whatever." And as these men are staring at the women, one of the women falls, she's so frightened, she shakes so much, she literally weeps herself. And grandma looks in the face of the soldiers. And also then, seems to be Excuse me, please, what did you say was your name? Before the man could speak, oh, Quincy Granting, is your mother darling, you are? How's your little sister doing? You were born here, you know. Hey, you're grown big, oh. And she's so good at it. Oh, say hello from me. And she goes to the next person. And before the man opens his grandma recognizes the boy. Not only does he recognize him, he tells him which year he was born and who his mother is. And from face to face, she recognizes everybody, and she never mentions any fathers. And then killer number one says, Mother! My grandmother puts her hands on his hips. Could you watch it? How dare you come into my house? You were born a twin. Your sister died. I stayed up for 24 hours nursing you and your mother. And today you are standing in my house. Calling yourself killer number one. Do you know the value of the name? And now the cards are turned. Killer number one suddenly has a real name. And he receives from the monster he's created, because you see in Ghana, a name is a very precious thing. When a child is born, you're not given a name straight away. We actually wait for 7 days before you rename, because we believe that if you've got something so precious, you take it away. There's a lot of thinking and research made before you give it a name. So these men had hidden their real name because they could not be the terrible people they were in front of their real names. And grandmother looks at all these men and says, young men, you are probably hungry, and I don't want to believe what I've heard. So she sends the women folk of the house to go into the kitchen and bring them my food. Yeah. And they sat and they ate my food. And grandma is standing there watching them and asking about their families. And then when they finish, they're about to get up. Grandma says, wait. Sends one of the women to the kitchen to bring some hot water. Say, you look like you have a wound, let me wash it for you. Tell her, say, he's a soldier, he can handle it. I don't care what he can do as a soldier with a gun. I am a nurse. I know what gangrene can do. So she takes the man's bandage off, washes the wound, cleans it. And in those days, because there was a revolution, there was an embargo from all the big countries. Africans are killing each other, so let's not send them medical supplies, so let's not kill each other. That's really going to work. So there were no bandages in the country. And grandma rips up some of her calico petticoats and wraps it around this man's arm and ties a pretty little bow on it. And killer number one tries to regain face, and he goes, "Shoot! Attention! Be quiet, there are children sleeping here." These great powerful men tend to come and say, "We have to go now to Augusta. We'll make sure nothing bad comes to this house." And Grandma shakes his head and said, "All the badness is already leaving." And she watches the men walk to the gates, and they open it, and they close it quietly behind them. And I tend to look back at Grandmother, and she is shaking. And the women folk of the house. Grandma says to them, "That's the way." So let's come to the kitchen or to their rooms or wherever. And I hold my grandmother's hands. And I walk with her from the great veranda to the red veranda. And I take her to the chairs and I said, "Grandma, are you scared?" She looks at me and says, "What do you think?" And she's crying.
And those were all